Hey, how's it going, everybody? I want to do an experiment here. From fighting Telluria tanks, it's really changed the way that I think about my offensive strategy. And what it's made me realize is that stacking strong color against a tank can be good, but with the Telluria Vela combination, stacking red is a huge risk for a couple reasons. One, I think the two best reds that I would use in a counter, this is coming from someone who's not mono, but the two best reds I think to counter Telluria would be Gravemaker and Grizzul. And that is because, and maybe Mitsuko as a Vela counter, and sometimes you see Finley in there. She's really good against blues, obviously, but you need fast or very fast, ideally, speed against Telluria, because if he fires, I've decided just to go with he because it says God of the Forest on the card. I don't know, you have to have Telluria to see that, so I'll show you real quick. There you are, right there. Forest God. And I feel like God, but those are pretty feminine looking hands. I don't know. That's so annoying. Can't quite figure that out. Anyways, where was I? If Telluria fires before your specials are ready, you're screwed. It's even with an on-color diamond, it's so hard to bounce back from that mono debuff unless you have a cleanse ready. So Zimkita is another good dispeller, but I think Grizzul is better because you get nearly the same effect but at faster speed. So in lieu of having those heroes, what I have done is tried to think around that. And so if you've watched my videos, my Telluria counter is a team with 2 Jackals and 1 Gazelle, because at very fast speed, even if Telluria fires, it doesn't take too much to get the Jackals ready to go, and that gives the elemental defense down. So in other words, I can make Telluria weak to an element that they are not normally weak to. So that has been my way of doing it. So with this team, we have a Guin tank. Normally my purple team is not good, so normally I just reroll yellow tanks because I haven't had a strategy for it. But this has made me think, what if I just use my yellow team here as well? It's very fast, so there's a good chance I can get it rolling. I do have a couple purples, but then I don't have to worry about Gwyn's defense against purple. So I think using elemental debuffers can be a strategy to get around tanks that are de-incentivizing you to attack with the strong color, which in this case would be purple. So even though I'm using 2 purples, I consider this a yellow team since I like to use 3-2 or 3-1-1. So let's give this a try. I've got 3 flags so we can experiment a little bit with it. Here are the troops. Pretty low level troops. I kind of like that avatar. Haven't seen that one before. Here's what I'm using. I'm trying to get a second troop to level 11, but I'm completely out of feeders that are not 1-star. And so that way I can get both Jackals going with 3 ghosted tiles or 2 matches, which would be a big advantage with this team. So here we go. Oh, someone pointed out, yes, I really should be using the non-costumed regard with Gazelle, because when Gazelle is active, you can't have any buffs. So it's a little bit stupid to use this, but that's okay. Sometimes I'm lazy. All right, purple diamond into... Nope, that's it. Okay, so let's get our healing and our Proteus going. I'm gonna go with just the right side here. Oh, withstand, you little bastard. Alright, nothing we can do about that. Except hope for some yellow tiles. Nope. Alright, so we're in a little bit of trouble here. That sort of screwed up my plan, and I didn't stack my team with Jabberwock in mind, which is to say I didn't put more vulnerable heroes on the center I guess this is my emblemed jackal, so he can evade. Alright, let's kill Alice. And oh wow, did she evaded, I think. Damn it, I didn't think about that. That's okay, we're gonna win this, so I'm not worried. Because now we're gonna kill stupid, what's her name? Alice. Don't you dare evade. This should kill Telluria. And Mitsuko is not a threat unless you have blue. And we do not have blue. So that is pretty interesting. Obviously that was a pretty low emblemed Guin tank. I mean, depending on what you normally raid, like she did have emblems and the team power was obviously way stronger than mine. But in terms of the teams that I usually look for to attack, she was fairly weak. But the strategy worked pretty well. Obviously, getting the diamond early on helped, but it wasn't like the diamond was just there. I did make one or two moves, I think one move to make the diamond. So, I don't know. The board luck, I think, always comes into play. Someone was pointing out, like, oh, you get such lucky boards. I actually have to work for my wins. And it's like, okay, I mean, we all get the same good and bad boards. And my game is not just inherently better than yours. So, it's just the name of the game. It's RNG. Anyways, that was interesting to me. I feel like because Jackal is the only very fast elemental debuffer, there's some real strong potential there. The unfortunate thing is that even with maxed emblems, I obviously went full attack path, but 582 defense and 1134 HP is ultra squishy. That's squishy for yeah, this is a 4-star. That's squishy for a base stat 4-star though. Then if we look at the unemblemed, 531. So I could have gone the defensive path. I don't know. I feel like with the evade, what do you call that? Class talent. It makes it a little more okay just to go straight up attack, because then you've got this glass cannon and they have a chance to take no damage. And so it's really cool when evade does proc. But yeah, it's risky in that sense, but also, if they're weak, they are the least vulnerable early on in the game, and since they're very fast, that's when they can cause the most trouble. So this has been an interesting discovery for me in the game, because I've not seen this strategy ever before. Obviously for me, Gazelle is a big part of it, and Gazelle is a pretty rare hero. I feel super lucky to have gotten Gazelle. She and Panther were the only ones that I really wanted, and I did not get Panther, but I did get Gazelle, and that was really awesome. But I would love to have Evelyn or Panther, because the Dispel and Elemental debuff at fast speed is awesome. But this has been working out really well for me with even against non-purple tanks. So hopefully this video was useful. I don't know. I'm happy to share this as a strategy again, because I haven't seen it used elsewhere, and it's sort of just interesting to me in that sense, because it's sort of an atypical approach to the usual sort of empires and puzzles meta. So anyways, maybe a long ramble there, but I've been wanting to share my thoughts around this because it's been interesting for me, to say the least. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. Yeah, I appreciate it. Having fun with you guys. I enjoy reading your comments, responding. And enough rambling. I'll see you guys in the next video.